Hello and welcome back to another episode of Goblin Talk. I am your host, Paul, and I have a very special guest on the show here with me today, my friend, Dante Sinatra. How's it going, Dante?
Nothing much, bud. How's it going, fam?
I'm doing great myself, but I have a question for you. The world wants to know.
Oh,
Any relation to Frank Sinatra?
uh, yeah, I don't. I honestly, I don't know. I really don't know.
Dante gets asked that question all the time.
You don't understand how many times people ask me that, and I'm just like, I give them a fake answer sometimes, and I'm just like, yes, yeah, definitely. I mean, I
Yeah,
would
he's
be
my
living
dad.
here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Big money Frank, for sure.
Oh yeah, big money, Frank. Hey, I would be rich right now, but unfortunately, I'm not.
No worries. Let's learn a little bit more about who you actually are then. So
Oh,
Dante,
okay.
we've told the story about how we've met through professional wrestling. Uh, you want to give people like a little summary about yourself, your background, the things that you're into?
So yeah, I will. By the way, my name is Dante Sinatra, if you did not know about that. I am currently graduated college, so I'm officially out. Um, going in,
Congratulations.
thank you, I appreciate it. I'm working on law enforcement right now, but I was a professional wrestler at one point. Like, I could pull this right here, like the gear right here. So I was officially a pro wrestler, and I met Paul through that, and we hit off through there. We had a couple matches, one street fight, which was hands down my best match of all time, and I'm not kidding. Like, this is not just for the show and shit. That was my favorite match of all time.
Awesome. Besides wrestling, like what's some other interests that you have, like film wise? Like how did you get into filmmaking and things like that?
So I had a YouTube channel by myself with my best friend Antonio. We had a channel called Grub Films, and we did like basic skits and some gaming content. We were like during COVID and then a little earlier, and we just hit off with that. That's how I got there. I used to edit a lot, and for like my wrestling stuff, I used to use promos, and I usually edit all those. I offered to even edit some other guys' promos, but overall, I like editing. I've been a fan of editing for a while now, and I kind of gotten used to it. And I actually like do it to a point where I enjoy it. I mean, music is also another thing. If you don't know, behind me there's a drum set. I can't really grab that shit, but there's a
I didn't
guitar
know
over
you were a
there.
drummer.
I'm learning. I'm just learning. As I know if I'm learning, actually, hold on, give me a
You're a
sec.
jack of all trades, Dante.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Well, as you can tell, I broke my stick already, so I had to get new ones. Just
My
split.
left one has a chip in it.
Yeah. Just for hitting this shit too hard. But what, man? It doesn't matter. I'm a metal guy. I don't fuck around with the drums right now.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's another bond that we have outside of wrestling. We both really like heavy music. Dante and
Yeah.
I were both really big fans of the band Slipknot, and we actually went to go see them at their recent show at Madison Square Garden. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Such a great show, man. That was awesome. Look, could have been a better set list. Yeah, I get it. But man, did they sound great? Like, I'm just
They
saying,
did sound
cool.
great. And what Dante means by that, they only played songs off the first album from 1999. And us as super fans, we know all those songs, but there was probably a lot of casual fans in the building that
Oh
wanted
yeah.
to hear things like Duality, Psychosocial, and they could have been catered to even just a little bit more.
Yeah,
Just a
I would
little
say just
bit.
a little. I mean, like, hey, they sounded good though. I had a fun night. I could tell you did too.
Oh yeah, dude. My friend Christian, I actually talked about this on one of my other podcasts, but normally I only have like a couple beers max like when I go to a show. But he's like, "No, we got to start this shit off right with a mixed drink." And I was donezo from there. Remember when I was singing along and the whole section was singing with me?
Yeah, bloody roots. And then it came up to some
Yeah.
other
It
songs.
wasn't even to Slipknot. It was to the songs they were playing on the radio in between bands.
Oh
and the
yeah.
whole section, roots, bloody roots. I wish we had that on video. Um,
Ah, yeah, I don't
that
know if
was a good
Christian has
time.
one. I don't know if Christian had a video. I know I didn't, but who
You
knows?
have a video of me singing roots?
No, I don't. I think Christian might have, but I don't think
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think I have.
I gotta ask him then, because that's going straight on the socials if it exists.
Yeah. But what we do have videos of is in the stairwell on the way down. You're just fucking screaming Slipknot lyrics just down there, and then
Oh yeah.
Creed.
Can you take me higher? I was gone by that point, dude.
Oh, you
I
were
was
out
like,
of
there's
it.
no way that I'm getting home. You guys just have to point me in the right direction.
Oh yeah, no, I was basically me and Christian were just like, okay, that way, take it, go across the street,
I
go.
haven't been that turnt in a long time. That was fun. The main reason why I wanted to bring Dante on the podcast today was in that video that I made where I first reopened the channel for, so to speak, I reopened the channel and started making videos again. I said I was looking for somebody to help, do some collaborations and maybe some editing when I can't, do the editing. And Dante was like, yo, I'd totally be down to be a part of the channel and do some collabs and stuff. So this is our official introduction for Dante to the MMF universe. Uh, he's going to be helping me out with some videos. He's going to appear now and then on our podcast. So here's Dante.
Woo! Yeah! Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because as I said on that podcast, I'm really the only guy doing any editing or any content producing at all currently for the channel. So when something goes haywire for a week or two in my life, usually the videos stop. But I want to try and have some kind of safety net to fill those gaps. So that's where Dante is going to be able to help us out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Awesome. So now we'll just have some fun questions for Dante before we hop off the podcast. I think I've already asked you this before. Your favorite movie of all time is Step Brothers, right?
Yes, correct. Yes,
That is
officially.
an excellent choice. Do you have a favorite scene or favorite quote?
I mean, look, the drum set is it's just the classic scene, but there's a few other good parts in that. Uh, when they were like fighting when they were like fighting their whole fight scene, Will Ferrell and John C. Riley, just them fighting in like around the house, and then they get yelled at by the parents. It's just hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's great. My favorite scene, the scene that made me laugh the hardest, the first time I watched the movie was when they're sleepwalking and the dad tries waking him up and they throw him down the staircase. I had tears in my eyes when I watched that for the first time.
The movie's just so good. There's so many quotables, and there's just so many good scenes.
Yeah, that's one of the most quotable movies of all time. I definitely would agree with what you just said there. Um, that's awesome. So, as you know, I told you before that we started filming. On the MMF channel right now, we're kind of doing a spooky horror month of fun right now, where we're talking about horror movies every single week. Are you a big horror guy? Do you watch a lot of scary stuff?
To be honest, no, but I'm starting to watch it a little bit more now. I've kind of like because I'm not really a horror guy myself, but I've been kind of like going into that. I was like, oh, wow, this is actually very interesting. It's actually pretty cool stories like involved in a lot of those stories.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any like favorite monster movie or horror movie like that you've seen that you like to talk about? Or I know you said you're not the biggest horror guy, but does anything stick out to you when you think horror?
I mean, like I would say the classics, mostly Halloween, the original. You can go with
Classic choice. Can't go
Nightmare
wrong
on
with
Elm
Halloween.
Street. That's a good one. I'm not. I'm very basic when it comes to horror movies. And like the new supernatural stuff, I could like not really care less about. Feel like that's a little too much, but like I think like just the classic, kind of cheesy, but not really. Like the the organ, like just how the music is like in the background, and then the suspense. Gore, I'm not like cringy on gore because I'm used to it. I'm fine with the gore. I'm fine with the gore because I like play Mortal Kombat since I was a kid. So like I'm used to like crazy gore that I'm not really like scared about. I would think jump scares are like something that I try to I like try to like numb myself to it. I'm like, oh, it's coming. Where's it? Where's it? Oh shit! And then I'm like, it's kind of I'm trying to get used to it no more now. But I do like kind of think about the story. Like very interesting video I was watching about Black Phone, which was in a recent horror movie. I think I don't know who directed it, but um, the story behind that is like creepy. It another good one. Like there's a bunch of like good horror movies out there that are like I wouldn't say too scary, but they have a good
More
story to it.
suspenseful than jump scares.
Yeah, Scream,
Yeah,
another good
I understand what
example.
you're saying. Like a good story
Yeah,
keeps you on your feet. It's not just bah, bah, bah.
yeah. Honestly, like the fucking gore fest, I could care less about. I'm not really like that's not something I'm really like freaked out about. It's more like suspense, and then oh, it's dark. Oh, what happened? Oh shit, and something like
Yeah,
that
me too.
happens.
I could definitely agree with that. The gore fest don't do too much for me. I mean, I do like some movies that have a lot of gore, like the Evil Dead franchise or the some other movies like the Dawn of the Dead, like zombie movies and stuff. But the reason I like those movies isn't because of the gore. Like I can't watch things like Terrifier. I don't know if you've seen Terrifier, but
I
it's
yes,
this movie with this.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard like it's just gore porn, if you like to call it.
Basically, yeah, I have some friends that go to Chiller Fest and are really big into horror that are like, "Oh, I love Terrifier," but it's all just violence. Like there's hardly any story to the movie, so I don't really get it, but I'm not a hater, just saying like it's just not for me.
No, I get it. Actually, funny enough, a band I've been recently listening to, which I did see live, it's a band called Ice Nine Kills. If you didn't know, they're a horror.
Dude, I've been listening to them since like 2015. I know, trust me. I saw them on Warp Tour, bro.
Yeah, no, look, they're see that's a cool band. I think that's a good way to mix genres, like with the horror and then the metal. I think it's a good mix. And I'm like, there was just one time I was just listening to one of their concerts just live, like on a like on my phone. I was just watching. I'm like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah. I prefer the stuff before they started like making every song a movie theme, but I mean the band is still great. I don't listen to them as much as I used to, but let me ask you this: do you know this
Mhm.
song? How could this happen? Am I dreaming again? Her body's not moving. I'm assuming she's dead. This isn't a fucking game. Somebody's life at
Yeah,
stake. You know that one?
yeah, yeah. I know. I
That's a
forgot the name, but
classic.
I know I
The
forget the
greatest
name.
story ever told.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Now, yeah.
That
That name
that was
sounds
off the
familiar.
original CD release that they had in like 2006 or five.
Yeah.
I'm glad they still play it because you're like a more of a
Ye-
modern Ice Nine Kills fan and you know it, so that's a good sign.
Yeah. No. I because I was looking at one of the videos. Like when that song came on, everybody was like going crazy, and I'm like, oh, this is probably an old one.
There you go. There you have it. That's awesome. I like the album Every Trick in the Book. Every Trick in the Book. That one's really good too.
Mhm. Yeah. I would say
You know
my
that
favorite
one?
song from yeah. I'm kind of I'm not really kind of looking at a few of them. I would say probably my favorite song. It's a pretty recent one and it's kind of cliche, but I personally like Meet and Greet. I think that's a good song. The one with
I don't know
Jacoby
that one.
Shaddix. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. What movie is it about?
Uh, Silence of the Lamb.
Oh, okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense. All
Yeah.
right. Awesome. Well, we got to know a little bit about Dante. Anything that you want to add before we hop off this short intro podcast for you?
Nothing from my end. Just expect a lot of edits and this face right here.
Rock and roll, brother. Hell
Fucking
yeah.
rock and roll, brother.
All right, awesome. Thanks for coming on, Dante. Stay
Appreciate
tuned,
it.
everyone.
Stay tuned. Take care.